is the crossing of the staffs, which means only officers are permitted up here. Laya Shala, which means to Israel. Mariam, which means to stand. Wapan Hakoram, it means stand and face the east. Let's start with the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Wadash, Ayah, Shumka, Yahweh, Malakothka, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barataza, Kawad, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Call, Yobam, Wasalakanawa, Chabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Chabawath Yenawa, Wala'ah, Tabiyanawa, Banasai One, Abal, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wahata Parah, Livalamium, Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Is the Hakak, or the power. Yahaba Shimi Awashad, Babakashad, Nathalanawa, Hakak, Hakak, La Rapa'ad, Ka Machalad, Wakal Marawad, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazaraya, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamathim, Hakak, Al Rachawad, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, by Shimi Awashad, Dawada Aman. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Bless Israel. Yahweh Shimi Awashai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wahabayat, Sapari, Barak, Ba'ashimi Awashai, Tawara Aman, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahaharim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa-Rataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al Yanawam, Shamar, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashun, Shawamar, Yasharala, Yahawah, Shamar, Yahawah, Tazalka, Aliyad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayayarak, Balayala, Yahawah, Yashamarka, Makal Rad, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahawah, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Ma'ithud, Wa'ai, Iwalam. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yet how is thy keeper? The Most High power is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Alahayim, Adam Yalakad, Al Tacharash, Wal Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Awabyaka, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Imak, Yaira Yamwa, Sawarat, Wayat Daya Itazawa, Al Tazapawanyik, Amaru, Lakawat, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'at, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Iwarat, Kaya, Nawa Itazawa, Labat, Yakadu, Ayik, Bariyat, Yakarathwa, Aholi, Adawam, Wa Yashamai Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashat, Amishabi, Tazawar, Lamashawar, Nalawat, Imam, Hayawat, Zarwat, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamari, Kasiyat Sara'at, Hiyabi, Banachal, Koyashwan, Nashimaru, Ba'ayanda Ara, Hayawat, Daman, Ladam, Shayatam, Nada, Yamawa, Kaira, Wakazabak, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Mana, Kal Nasai Kamu, Ashar, Amaru, Naya Rashad, Lanawa, Nawat, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shayatama, Kagogala, Kukwash, Lapaya Rawachad, Kaash, Daba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Hariyam, Kantar, Dakma, Basa Irika, Wabasawa Pathka, Dabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalwan, Wayabakwashwa, Shumka, Yahawah, Yabasha, Wayabahol, Ayri, Wayakapar, Wayabaru, Wayadaiwa, Wayakaya Atha, Shumka, Yahawah, Labaka, Ayawan, Av, Ka, Haaratazai. Keep thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They have become as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Ored, and like Zeid. Yea, all their princes as Zabad, and as Amun, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the fire before the wood. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, for their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High over all the earth. It's the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai, wa ma yaka Allah, wa Allahayim, matazabia ala wap yahan, ha ala wapia, ha saranyim, ha kwatazayan, ha chayayim, wa chwathi, Yahweh, ba Shimi Awashai, the water Aman. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. These are the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to get to the school, force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, the Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pashukumatizing, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh Shai, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all, that is, the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you always. So be it. All right, Sar. Yeshaviim, which means turn to be seated. We are in the book of Exodus, chapter 37, verse 1. As usual, we do it in Hebrew, then in English. Shalom. You got a lighter? You could like that insert from the book of Shah. All right. my. Water. Well, your ice. Well, your ice. Okay, well, your ice. But but is but is but is all. So but is but is laal la laal. But is laal ath ha'aron itaziyah shatayim amathya wachataziyah arakawah wa'amah wachataziyah rachabal wa'amah wachataziyah. Hey, find that if you could. Is it in here or is it outside? If it's outside, leave it out there. If it's outside, leave it out there, y'all. The water. I gotta go get that. Quamatha what? No, Quamatha what? Quamath. Yeah, Quamatha what? Verse 2. Yatazak Owa. Yatazak Hoa. That's good. All right. Zahab. Tahawur. Mabayath. Wamachawataza. Yaish. Law. Zar. Zahab. Sabayab. Verse 3. Yatazak. I understood that. Is that a quote? Law. Arabai. Tabaith. Zahab. Isle. Arabai. Pa'aimath Yawa. Washathia. Tabaith. Isle. Tazala Ayawa. Ha'akath. Washathia. Tabaith. Isle. Tazala Ayawa. Hashanyath. Hashanyath. It's like verse 4. Yaish. But yeah. Itazaya. Shatayum. Yatazak. A thumb. Zahab. Excuse me. Verse 5. Wayaba'a. Ath. Habadium. Batabaith. Al. Tazala'ith. Ha'aran. La Sha'aith. No, slightly. La Sha'ath. Ath. Ha'aran. Verse 6. Wayaish. Baparath. Zahab. Tahawor. Amathium. Wachatazal. Arabah. Wa'amah. Wachatazayah. Rachabah. Verse 7. Wayaish. Shunya. Karabium. Zahab. Makwashah. Aisha. Athum. Mashunya. Quatazawath. It's like Hakaparath. Let's clap it up for those 7 verses. We're going to get that in the book of Exodus, chapter 30, 37, verse 1. Exodus chapter 37, verse 1. And Bezalel made the ark of shittim wood. 2 cubits and a half was the length of it, and a cubit and a half the breadth of it, and a cubit and a half the height of it. So right now it's just giving you the dimensions of the ship or the ark. How big it is. I don't think of ark. I mean, think of the ship. how big it is, the height, the width, the dimensions, pretty much. Verse 2. And he overlaid it with pure gold within and without, and made a crown of gold around to it round about. Verse 3. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold to be set by the 4 corners of it, even 2 rings upon the one side of it, and 2 rings upon the other side of it. Verse 4. And he made staves of shittim wood and overlaid them with gold. Verse 5. And he put the staves into the rings by the side of the ark to bear the ark. Verse 6. And he made the mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and a half was the length thereof, and 1 cubit and a half the breadth thereof. Verse 7. And he made 2 cherubims of gold, beaten out of one piece, made he them on the 2 ends of the mercy seat. It's like it. 1 second. Time sake, we're gonna go ahead and go over it in the rest in English. All right. Forgot I got something I gotta do today. Done. Out of it for a month. Verse 8. 1 cherub on the end on this side, and another cherub on the other end on that side. Out of the mercy seat made he the cherubims on the 2 ends thereof. Verse 9. Hey, could you hear me the Zondervan? Okay, there we go. Cherubim. He's associated with the plural cherubims in other than biblical usage. The English plural is cherubs. The cherubim and the flaming sword were placed at the east of Eden, to keep the way of the tree of life
After Adam and Eve were expelled from the garden, God directs Moses. Okay, what is it? The cherub. So, huh. They are the bearers of the judgments which follow the breaking of the first four seals. Yet it is between the cherubim and the later Lucy seed, on which the blood of the atonement was sprinkled, nothing more can be. Okay. Verse 10. And he made the table of the shittim wood. 2 cubits was the length thereof, and a cubit in the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. 11. And he overlaid it with pure gold, and made thereunto a crown of gold around about. Verse 12. Also he made them unto a border of a handbreadth round about, and made a crown of gold for the border thereof round about. Verse 13. And he cast for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings on the 4 corners there. Did I already read this? The places for the staves to bear the table. Verse 15. And he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold to bear the table. Okay. Verse 16. And he made the vessels which were upon the table, his dishes, and his spoons, and his bowls, and his covers to cover withal, of pure gold. Verse 17. And he made the candlestick of pure gold. Of beaten work made he the candlestick, his shaft, and his branch, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers were of the same. Oh, so he's talking about the Mount of Ra. Okay. Verse 19. 3 bowls made after the fashion of almonds in one branch, a knop and a flower, and 3 bowls made like almonds in another branch, a knot and a flower. So throughout the 6 branches going out of the candlestick. So what he's talking about right now is the menorah, okay, or in English the menorah, but it's called a menorah, which is the 7 candlesticks that we use for high holy days. Okay. Verse 20. And in the candlesticks were four bowls made like almonds, his knops and his flowers. 21. And a knot under 2 branches of the same, and a knot according to the 6 branches going out of. Verse 22. Their knobs and their branches were of the same. All of it was one beaten work of pure gold. 23. And he made his 7 lamps, and his snuffers, and his snuff dishes of pure gold. of a talent, verse 24, of a talent of pure gold made he it, and all the vessels thereof. Verse 25, and he made the incense altar of shittim wood. The length of it was a cubit, and the breadth of it a cubit. It was foursquare, and 2 cubits was the height. The horns thereof uh, were of the same. Verse 26, and he overlaid it with pure gold, both the top of it, and the sides thereof round about, and the horns of it. Also he made unto it a crown of gold round about. Verse 27, and he made 2 rings of gold for it under the crown thereof, by the 2 corners of it, upon the 2 sides thereof, to be places for the staves, to bear it withal. Verse 28, and he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with gold. And he made the holy anointing oil, and the pure incense of sweet spices, according to the work of the apothecary. This is the Achaia, or Asiasia, or shittim wood. This is what it looks like. I got pieces of it cut up and everything. That's how it looks cut up. Exodus 38:1. And he made the altar of burnt offering of shittim wood. 5 cubits was the length thereof, and 5 cubits the breadth thereof. It was foursquare, and 3 cubits the height thereof. Verse 2, and he made the horns thereof on the 4 corners of it. The horns thereof were of the same, and he overlaid it with brass. So this is for the burnt offerings. You know what I'm saying? Where they place the burnt offerings. Verse 3, and he made all the vessels of the altar, the pots and the shovels and the basins, and the flesh hooks and the fire pans. All the vessels thereof made he of brass. Verse 4, and he made for the altar a brazen grate of network under the compass thereof, beneath unto the midst of it. Verse 5, and he cast 4 rings for the 4 ends of the grate of brass, to be places for the staves. Verse 6, and he made the staves of shittim wood, and overlaid them with brass. Verse 7, and he put the staves onto the rings on the side of the altar, to bear it withal. He made the altar hollow with boards. Verse 8, and he made the hold on, laver. How do you pronounce this? Laver. Good night. Hold on. That one. It's a vessel containing water located between the altar and the door of the tabernacle, at the which the Jew priests wash their hands and feet before ministering. Solomon's temple had 10 such lavers used for animal sacrifices and one molten sea for priestly oblations. So it's a basin that they use to wash. Okay. And the foot of it, of brass, of the looking glass, of the women assembly, which assembled at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 9. And he made the court on the south side southward to hanging of the court were of fine twined linen, 100 cubits. Verse 10. Their pillars were 20, and their brazen sockets 20, and the hooks of the pillars and their fillets were of silver. Okay. Verse 11. And for the north side, the hangings were 100 cubits. Their pillars were 20, and their sockets, the brass 20, the hooks of the pillars of their fillets of silver. Verse 12. And for the west side were hangings of 50 cubits. Their pillars and their sockets 10, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver 13. And for the east side, eastward 50 cubits 14. The hangings of the one side of the gate were 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3 15. And for the other side of the court gate, on this hand and that hand, were hanging of 15 cubits, their pillars 3, and their sockets 3 16. All the hangings of the court round about were of fine twined linen 17. And the sockets for the pillars were of brass, the hooks of the pillars and their fillets of silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters of silver. And all the pillars of the court were filleted with silver. 18. And the hanging for the gate of the court was needlework of blue and purple and scarlet and fine twined linen. And 20 cubits was the length, and the height and the breadth was 5 cubits, answerable to the hangings of the court. 19. And their pillars were 4, and their sockets of brass 4. Their hooks of silver, and the overlaying of their chapiters, and their fillets of silver. Verse 20. And all the pins of the tabernacle in the court round about were of brass. Let's clap it up. All right. So ahead and let's see. Hey, yo, brother, what's going on here? Is that like ash or something? What's up? What's up? So, since it's just me, I'll be the only one that'll be standing. So when I say a mighty, don't be standing. All right. Just give me a second. Give me some water. Ah, yeah, I got you. I was gonna do that after. Let me do all this first. If y'all come in here, y'all gotta be quiet. You understand? All right, boys. Take a seat. Layashala, which means to Israel. Scrolls. Remember, don't go through the motions. You just follow as I instruct. All right. Yeah. I don't see the scrolls too yet. All right. All right, go in here. Spot. Right. Right.
Yeah, but yes, I'm ready up.
Hey, look, look at that. It's all good. Spot. Come on. This is it. So the hour. Shoot. Shot. Right. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this? Excuse me, slap. So, Mayim, which means to stand. Upon Akwadam, which means to turn and face the east. All right? We're going to start with the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
All right? Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakutha, Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Barakaza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa, Lacham, Kal, Yawam, Masalakanawa, Kabawatanawa, Tasalaknawa, Kabawathiyanawa, Wala'ah, Kabiyanawa. Gonna say a one, a ball, Awashai now, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wahata Para, Lawalamya, Aman, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Is the Hakat, or the power. Yahweh Shimi Al-Shad, Babakashad, Nathananah, Hakat, Hakat, La Rapa'ah, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawat, Hakat, La Tahar, Hamat Azariah, Hakat, La Haki, Hamathi, Hakat, Al Rachawat, Hatama'ala, Lagarshan, Bashimi Al-Shad, Tuwara Aman, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Is to bless Israel. Yahweh Shimi Yahweh Shah, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala, Wahabayah, Sapari, Barak, Bashimi Yahweh Shah, Tawada Aman, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless us and Israel in the school. In the name of Yahweh Shah. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Ahahari, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Izari, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'arataza, Ayathan, Lamawat, Regalta, Al Yanawam, Shamar, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamor, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamar, Yahweh, Tazal, Al-Yad, Yumya, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayayirak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Ra, Yashamar, Athnapashta, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazatha, Wabawa'ak, Ma'itha, Wa'ai, I will learn. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalms 83. Alahayim. Al Dam Yalakad, Al Tacharaj, Al Tashikwat, Al Kayahana, Awabya, Yahama Yawan, Ra'aj, Al Aimak, Ya'ira Yam, Sawara, Wayata Ya Aitazawa, Al Tazapawanika, Amaru, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoy, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashala, Iwara, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Labat, Yachadwa, Ayat, Bariyat, Yacharathwa, Aholi, Adabum, Wa Yashamai Alayum, Mawa'aba, Wahagari, Gabal, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashat, Ayashabi, Tazawar, Gamashawar, Nalawat, Imam, Ayawat, Zarwat, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamari, Kasiyah Sara'at, Kayabi, Banachal, Koyashwan, Nashamaru, Ba'ayanda Ara, Ayawat, the Aman, Ladam, Shaitam, Nadayamuwa, Kaira, Wakazabah, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Manai, Karnasai Kamu, Ashar, Amaru, Nayarashat, Na Lanawa, Na'awaf, Alahayim, Alahayah, Shayatamun, Kugogul, Kukwach, Lapanya Rawachad, Ka'aj, Daba'ira, Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Hariyum, Khan Thabdat, Basa'ira, Wabasawa Pafka, Dabalaham, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kuala Word, Wayabakwasha, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashi, Wayabahol, Ayai, Wayakaparo, Wayabadu, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labat, Ya Al Yan Al Yawan, Al Ka, Paratazah. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zeed. Yea, all their princes as Zebah, and as Amun, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, and as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire, so persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. It's the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Wama Yaka'ala. Wa'ala Hayim. Matazab Ya'ala Wap Yahan. Ha'ala Wapi. Hasarani. Akwatazayani. Akayayan. Wa'akwati. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. These are the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushai. Listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter to thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Kumatazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, the cable access channels, and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way to try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathens that come up against us as you speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all, that is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahushua, thank you always. So be it. Sar, which means to turn. Don't test me, boy. You understand me? That concludes Sabbath service. Men of Israel, Imam Shabbat, Amani, Barak, Yahaba Hashim Yahushua Barakatham, Yadamutah. All right. Anybody wants to be anointed? You want to be anointed too? You? All right. Line up right here.
Mighty. All right.
Do not repeat after me. All right. But when I get to Pagun, that's when you repeat your name. All right. I think I'm gonna just have all of you. Well, come front to me. The anointing to pray. Yabaraka Yahweh. Waya Shamar. Ya'ar Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Waya Chamka. Yasha. It's like Yasha'a. Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Waya Sham. Lakab. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Agun.
Young man Uriah.
Uriah.
Young man Uriah.
Uriah.
Young man Uriah.
Uriah. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman. English is Yahweh. Bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh. Make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh. Lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Bless, heal, shield, protect. All right, you ready? Yeah. Yabaraki Yahweh. Wayashamar. Ya'ar Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Wayachamka. Yasha'a. Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Wayasham. Lakab. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. Say your name. Tamir. Again. Tamir. Tamir. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman. Yabaraki Yahweh. Wayashamara. Ya'ar Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Wayachamka. Yasha'a. Yahweh. Punyawa. Ayuk. Wayasham. Lakab. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashim Yahushai. Barak. Rapah. Magun. Hagun. What's your name?
Assad.
Huh?
Assad.
Assad? Say it again.
Assad.
Assad. One more time.
Assad.
Assad. Ba'ashim Yahushai. The water Aman.